Hello and welcome to OZChris versus DC Comics for week 3 of September, here with reviews of Flash Forward number 1, Justice League number 32, and Year of the Villain Lex Luthor number 1, aka One Shot. So starting off with Flash Forward, I believe that it's over here. Here we go. So Flash Forward number 1, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Brett Booth, the coloring by Louis Guerrero. The cover, I got the variant, so the cover by In-Hook Lee. So, Tempest Fuganaut, if you remember, is from the Sideways series, so it's, we're getting off to a good start. Somebody remembers that New Age of Heroes existed. Thank you, Scott Lobdell. While the rest of DC kind of just forgot about it, at least somebody did. So, Tempest, whose job is to protect, as he says, ensure the integrity of the space between all the worlds of the multiverse, finds that parts of the dark multiverse are corrupting the 52 known universes, and he needs help. And that person will be Wally West, who is willingly imprisoned himself after the events of Heroes in Crisis, where he went schizo, and then instead of being Wally West and owning up to his mistakes and willingly turning himself in from the get-go, he decided to frame Booster Gold and Harley Quinn, and then go and kill a future version of himself to ensure that he couldn't be framed. Thank you, Tom King. Yeah. Nice. So, Wally is staying at Blackgate at the moment before he gets transferred at the worst possible place he could be at, because it's all full of villains. Some he put there himself, some who were put there by his friends, so he has a huge target on his back. He gets a visit from Linda, his wife from pre-Flashpoint, who's there to kind of help him in a way, but given his whole history and given what he's going through right now, all it does is hurting him, so he doesn't want her help. And eventually Wally is attacked in his cell, but he is saved by Tempest, who needs his help with the dark multiverse. So story, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. I think this is a very interesting thing. A lot of people were worried, given that this was spinning out of Heroes in Crisis, and Wally has been through enough. We can all say that Wally has just had the shittest time after coming back from DC Rebirth. Can't get his family back. He had a pacemaker he has a pacemaker, which now affects his ability to use his speed properly. And then Heroes in Crisis happened, and that just made it 10 times worse. But it looks like this will be a sort of redemption story for Wally, at least for himself, as he doesn't see himself worthy of being the Flash anymore. When he gets his suit, when Tempest gives him his suit back, he says, "I don't want to see this anymore." He doesn't believe he's no longer worthy of being the Flash or wearing any suit the Flash would wear. So this looks like it will be a redemption story for Wally, so I'm very interested to see how it goes. It's a mini-series, so don't have to really invest for the long run. The art and the coloring, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5. The art and coloring here is so goddamn great. It is really, really, really good. It's great art and coloring. It is really good. The cover, I got the In-Hook Lee cover. I'm going to give that the 5 out of 5. This is a amazingly beautiful cover. In-Hook Lee has some really great covers, but this is probably my favorite that he's done. I was actually floored by how great this cover looks. This is definitely one of In-Hook Lee's best covers to date. So on to Justice League number 32, written by, is this one? I didn't even actually properly see where the it's right at the end. Written by Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV, art by Howard Porter, coloring by Hi-Fi, the cover by Francis Manapul. So, Lex has his Legion of Doom spread both in the past and the future, looking for the remaining pieces of the totality, while Perpetua goes to find one of her sons, the Anti-Monitor, believing that he will side with her as, Doom, the influence of Doom begins to spread and envelop everyone. So in the past, at Pearl Harbor, Green Lantern and the Flash team up with the Justice Society to deal with Sinestro and to prevent him from obtaining the Cosmic Rod, which is the part of the totality that the Legion wants, and also the Justice League wants. So we get some really good, nice moments between both Green Lanterns and both Flash. It is really good for them to have those moments, especially with the Flash, and like saying, it's just like Jay says, it's funny, the more time we spend together, I can't shake the feeling you and I have more of a connection than we know. It's just like, DC, just hurry up and bring them back, okay? We're missing out on these great moments. And then while in the future, the Justice League and Commandy are confronted by Justice Legion A, which are all controlled by Brainiac, but Wonder Woman is able to free Owlman, who then overrides and frees the rest of the Legion. So they team up to fight Brainiac's drones as each side tries to prevent the other from getting a piece of the totality. So Brainiac turns into Brainiac 1 million, giant Brainiac to defeat both the League and the Legion, while the Justice Society gets some help just as the Legion of Doom there find the Cosmic Rod. So I'll leave it there. So story, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. It's progressing really well. A great issue to this. It definitely feels like the stakes are getting even higher and higher within this story. It has a really good action and also like nice moments. Like I said, with the two Green Lanterns and the two Flash, there was really some good, nice moments between the two. The art and the coloring, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5 as well. Great art and coloring, just especially like just I don't think there's a single part where the art wasn't like memorable. Like I think just all of it was just great. The cover, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. Good art and coloring on the cover. Really liked it. So on to Lex Luthor number 1. One Lex to kill them all. So this is written by... So this one's written by Jason Latour, art by Brian Hitch, coloring by Tomo Mori, the cover by Francis Manapul. So Lex is going throughout the multiverse with a version of himself from Earth 38, the Earth 38 in the past, and they're going around searching for other Lexes, seeing if they are worthy of the Luthor name. So they find Super Doom, or Doom Thor as he calls himself, able to get him to their cause. They confront another Lex on Earth 32 who is Batman. Batman Lex isn't having any of that and doesn't want to side with Luthor. And moving on, just going through various different Earths, meeting the Lexes there. Those he doesn't deem worthy. He has, not only does he have him, he doesn't kill them. He has the young Lex Luthor kill them instead. He's trying to kind of influence and show him like, this is what it really means to be a Luthor, and I'll show you who is not a Luthor, who is weak, by visiting all these different Earths, and that's mainly kind of the crux of this issue. So story, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It was good. It's a good standalone story. You don't need to read this to understand what's going on with Justice League. It is its own just simple thing. Has some really good moments. There's some really nice moments as well, especially in that Earth 1 part where he finds the Luthor that is in a coma. There's some really like sweet moments there, and then also at the end of this comic as well. The art and the coloring, I'm gonna give a 4.5 out of 5. Great art and coloring, especially here with the Earth 32 future. I think this is definitely where the art and coloring was at its best. I really liked it here. But I think overall the art and coloring was really good. The cover, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. Good art and coloring on the cover. Really, intimidating cover of Lex standing above a a field of deceased Lex Luthors. One Lex to rule them all. So that is it for those three. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.